but again, it was kind of broken in the first game, right? So I wouldn't expect him to go the same exact draft. I don't think the Shadow Shaman Bane is necessarily the issue, though. I go back to the Ember Spirit, but Jakiro is going to be the third pick for Quincy Crew. Jakiro's another one of these supports that Quincy Crew specifically has ran several times. When it's this pairing, it usually will be Jakiro in the hands of MSS and SVG, the one to play Crystal Maiden. But good lockdown and follow-up for this Kunkka. A lot of crowd control. Remaining. A lot of crowd control in general this game. There's a lot of it. And Slark is usually a good core that comes to mind when that's the case, but of course banned. Lifestealer is another one. Lifestealer is a little vulnerable to Bane, of course, if Quincy Crew was to try for it, but I think overall Lifestealer wouldn't be a horrible option here for actually either side. But if you pick it up, if you're Demon Slayers here in the fourth spot, then you can see Quincy Crew certainly react to it themselves. Something like a troll. Demon Slayers going down about 10 seconds remaining before they settle with the Omni Knight. Okay. You know, Abaddon is still there for Quincy Crew. And this is already looking like a very good Abaddon game. They're going to pick Abaddon 100%. Like I said, they're going to pick Chaos Knight 100%. So they go CK. Yeah, CK is already really good, especially when a lot of your lockdown is single target focused. They do not have the, I guess they have okay for clearing the Phantasm army. You know, Ember Spirit's not bad at it, especially if it gets that Maelstrom. Purification can be nice. They ban LC. Yeah, I mean, LC's a good ban. It's not bad, but I'm actually still thinking this is going to be an Abaddon now for Quincy Crew.
10 seconds.
You finish with the Abaddon. That gives you a nice defensive purge this game. That certainly would be nice to have. You've got plenty of damage between Chaos Knight and Kunkka, so you don't necessarily need an offlaner that can bring that to the table. Yeah, I just don't see a reason why Abaddon would be a bad pick here. It seems really strong, and just overall a very good pick in general right now. They banned Lifestealer. Yeah, mentioned earlier that would have certainly been a solid option for Demon Slayers. So Demon Slayer is going to finish with the Costabile hero. But first we got to go for Quincy Crew, who's 100% going to pick an Abaddon. We can all move on with our lives. Oh, hey. I was right. Demon Slayers, who do they go now? Do they go back to the Spectre? Getting a Radiance hero of sorts would be nice. Wraith King, is he there?
10 seconds remaining.
I can see Wraith King.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know, though. It doesn't feel like Costability's... I think he's just going to go back to the Spectre. Okay, never mind.
Choose your hero.
That's not what I expected at all. Really. It's pretty good, this game. It's decent against the Chaos Knight. It's pretty good in the matchup against Kunkka if you want to swap things around there. So Liza's still going to play the Ember Spirit, but I wonder if they're going to lane swap. If they're going to send Timbersaw mid for the Kunkka matchup and let Ember Spirit safe lane. I like how, guys. Officially, I'm telling you, I literally talked with an admin and got this figured out. I understand, and I understand why people are a little bit confused because, frankly, the way it's written up in the tiebreaker rules is a little confusing to read. But because it's for seeding purposes, it's not deemed as significant as it would be for, say, a spot to the major or the minor. because for seeding purposes, it does come down to a coin toss. There is no best out of one. It will just be a coin toss between Quincy Crew and Fighting Pepegas. That's if Quincy Crew wins this. So, of course, they need to win this game for that to be the case. But if they do, it will be a coin toss. And then there you go. Like I've also gone back to, feel about that how you will. I understand why some people might think that's silly. It is a double elimination. So even if you lose that first round matchup in the major playoff qualifiers, you still then even get a second chance. I think it's fine. I'll just say that. But those are the rules. There you go. If Quincy Crew loses, then there's no coin flip needed. It will just be the Pepegas first place and Quincy Crew second, with Demon Slayers getting third place at that point. In game. There we go. So here it is. Game number 2. The final pick Timbersaw. It does feel pretty good. However, oh, interesting. Wait, who's Costa Billy playing? Is he playing Omni? Oh my god. What?
You don't have the
That is interesting.
I almost trust
So Costa Billy's playing the Omni Knight. Are they really planning on going some kind of core build Omni? Huh. Well, I wonder if this is purely a comfort thing, because I know we saw Old White on Timbersaw earlier as well. And so maybe he's just so much more comfortable on the hero compared to Costa Billy. Now I'm looking at the Dota buff levels there, and he's only bronze tier. Costa Billy doesn't even have any levels on Omni Knight, so not sure what to make of what's going on right here. So they're going to send Omni mid, though. So that's how they're going to go about this matchup.
The battle begins.
Ember Spirit's going to be in a tri-lane? Well, certainly something unique. SVG, he's dead. Well, going for the bounty runes, and, well, Samael will manage to get both of them. That's going to be 4 bounty runes. Oh, boy. Well, Demon Slayers gets the first blood, but giving up 4 bounty runes for it, especially when it's only on your Crystal Maiden. Do you think Quincy Crew comes out on top of that one? So they send the Omni Knight mid against Kunkka. I would think Omni Knight can certainly compete against Kunkka just fine. I am intrigued, though, by this idea of sending Timbersaw safe lane. So why not have the Timbersaw mid and then have Omni Knight matched up against that in the safe lane? That's where I'm missing a matchup here or something. But either way, Sumail going at it with Lies. Neither one's going to fall, but
Dyer's
getting
top
low,
tower
or
is
maybe
under
Sumail's
attack.
still juking through the trees. He cuts on through. Good assistance from SVG. Crystal over to slow. Flea's still chasing, though. He's got the shackle. He's going to use it here. And with the brain sap, they will secure the kill on Sumail.
You should be honored.
Timbersaw, meanwhile, he's dealing with 2 heroes now down here, both Abaddon as well as Jakiro back to the top lane. No, SVG goes down. So Demon Slayer is pretty content to running this trial lane at the top. Right now, 13-1 Kunkka versus an 8-0 Omni Knight. Yeah, that's what I'm most intrigued about. Do we see this Omni Knight build, like, damage? Does he go like an SNOI? I mean, what's going to happen here? Is there a whole Radiance? Or Honestly, I mean, again, Radiance is pretty good this game. You're up against the CK. And the Kunkka. I guess I could see a Radiance build. Oh, well, missing kills up top.
Radiant's top tower
Bane goes
is under
down.
attack.
2 versus 3, and somehow the 2 gets a kill. Their Spirit off to the side, focusing on farming the creeps instead. So this does feel pretty good for Timbersaw in the big aspect of this game, so Quincy crew trying their best to maybe deal with him early on, but as I say this, Jakiro goes top lane. Now the dual breath comes out. Flea, he's going to die to that. The flame guard from Lies is trying to do enough damage in return, but he gets frozen in place. The slight's only going to delay this. Now the stick, never mind. It's not enough. The kill happens, and now the dual breath over on Pain. This Jakiro just constantly go, go, go. Great TP from MSS. Results in all 3 of those kills, favoring Quincy crew. Yawar goes down, though. So Flea makes his way bottom lane after the death, as they end up taking out Yawar, who is too deep. Leveling up Degen. Doesn't have any Heavenly Grace yet.
My soul is ready to be seen.
That Soul Ring wore off.
To the deeps with you.
The Soul Ring buff wore off right there, right before Purification came off cooldown.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Did he think it was going to be a core Bane? No. I thought it was going to be an off-lane Omni with a, if anything, like a safe lane Timbersaw, or mid the Timbersaw with a safe lane Ember Spirit. I'm sorry, I can't say I called the mid Omni Knight. I know, horrible caster. Bane, can he get the battery at least? No, he cannot, and CK is going to go up there and snatch it in front of Ember Spirit. Now Ember Spirit, he's just worried about surviving at this point. Going to pop a shrine for it. TP coming in for Bane. Yawar goes down at the bottom lane meanwhile, but here's that TP in, so Bane doing what he can to help. He's got to sleep. Going to sleep him at the last second, but that just doesn't do much. Is able to kill SVG at least. But this Sumail just keeps on going. Chaos Strike allows him to just stand strong in these fights and just continue to go at it. Just like game number 1, another very action-packed game number 2. Already 14 hero kills at not even 6 minutes into this game. But farm is definitely opened up for Timbersaw. He's ultimately left with a free lane here now. A couple of kills on the bat end.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire are scanning.
Back to 4.
Sleep on Kunkka. Here comes Ember Spirit as well, and Timbersaw. They're all here. The whole damn party's here. Nice job with the shift, though. Quinn still running. The Flame Guard is not going to be nearly enough. It's only level 2. Ember Spirit having to make his way out over to the left. Timbersaw. Regenerate taken in front of him. Chains up to the ledge, but SVG saw this coming. Throws out the Shock Rim. Is it going to be enough turn damage? No. That with the Whirling Death that actually got them low, but not low enough. And Timbersaw falls, so Timbersaw rotates in. They rotate in to try to kill the Kunkka, and long
Radiant's
story,
bottom
they
tower
end
is
up
under
falling
attack.
instead. The short story long, I don't know, you get the point. It's a 3,000 net worth lead for Quincy crew. So much for this laning phase working out well for Demon Slayers. Gonna try to kill Yawar again at least.
Radiant's
Seems
top
to be the
tower
only thing
is
they got
under
going
attack.
for them. Attempting to deny, but unsuccessful.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ship coming out. The sleep. Gonna get hit though. Shane, he's good. Never mind.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tidebringer connects and he finishes the job.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, Timber Chain's one of those on theory
Radiant's top
seems
tower
pretty good
is
this
under
game, but
attack.
Timber Saw that is. Seems pretty good this game, but his landing stage has actually been pretty atrocious. He's died a couple times now. His CS really not looking that good. And this kind of goes back to the question of what is this Omni Knight going to do? It feels like it's on Constabile to have a pretty good time, but again, you can't. How do you really build Omni Knight this game to have him have high impact?
Radiant structures are fortified.
As that net worth lead continues to grow for the Dire team.
Purification.
Bottom lane, Yuar's diving. The Aphotic Shield, Flea going to be pulled back in. The Rift's pretty good for that. Yuar hits level 6. He actually levels up his borrowed time and now going in on an Ember Spirit. One more hit for the Curse of Avernus. Gets the 4. Gets the silence. And because of it, they get the kill. Shakiro there as well to assist. So Yuar getting his revenge.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
As they're also going to push in the bottom tower with it. And Timbersaw back at the top lane. Doesn't have X anymore, so Timbersaw surviving this. I keep looking back at Omni Knight to see what he has queued up, but nothing yet. 10-minute bounty runes, the torrent, but managed to grab it still, and MSS is caught. So they get both of the top side, but Quincy Crew is going to control both the bottom bounty runes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is
Meanwhile,
under attack.
Samael farming away over into the jungle. Take a look at the net worth. He is top net worth in the game. Going the very standard, well, kind of. Usually we would see even the Hand of Midas first, but Samael just going to pass up the Hand of Midas, and that leads me to believe that they're very confident this is going to be an earlier finish. Not going the Hand of Midas build, just going straight into the armlet. And then the Heart to follow
Dire's
even.
top tower is under
I
attack.
saw Kunkka there has a Radiance queued up. So we once again are going to see this Radiance build on Kunkka.
Healing shock. All wands will break.
Abaddon. The borrowed time popped.
Blessings.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower
No
is under
sorcery.
attack.
Stability is trying to help save his teammate, but now he needs to worry about getting out of here as well. Avoids the torrent. Protective, or not that. The Heavenly Grace is protecting him for now. And the ship is just out of range. God, they're using everything. They really want this kill. Go! The shrine! No! No one hit the shrine! Oh man, if somebody hits the shrine, maybe he lives. Not bad, and still standing strong. Another power time in 10 more seconds. Lies though with the Flame Guard. Remnants 4. Kills Crystal Maiden. Can they kill Yuar? 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. He's got his borrowed time. He could go back in now. Looks like he's thinking about it, although Liza's actually the one that's making this easy for them. A great ice path on both. And that will finally be the end of it. Short story long. That's what happens. You say stupid stuff like that when you've been casting for 10 hours, okay? Phantasm exposed, and down goes Omni Knight. And they're also going to catch up to Timbersaw. The freezing field helping to slow things down. SVG, not enough though on Timbersaw. He chains away again. Can he get another one off? No, the Reality Rift pull in. And he will fall.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Kunkka has 3,000 gold saved up. We tried to catch Shadow Shaman up here, but ends up missing. Yeah, this is a very, I don't know, it's very underwhelming. Because it's almost like this Radiant team is going to really start relying on this Ember Spirit to be their carry, but, you know, let's be frank. This is, said earlier, I mean, this is what happens when you first pick an Ember Spirit. It's setting up to be countered. He's not having a friendly game. Yeah, they can't rely on that. Timbersaw, I suppose, still continues to be decent. But are you really going to scale against this Chaos Knight? And especially a Kunkka with the Radiance coming in. Gonna lose Bane. And speaking of Timbersaw, he's probably dead again. Yeah, that's something else. It's again, it's one of those as it seems like a good Timbersaw game, but then when you really look at it, you're dealing with the Curse of Avernus is annoying. You're looking at a long silence there. You're looking at the Frostbite from Crystal Maiden. You got the Ice Path from Jakiro to hold you in place. You have Kunkka, X, and Torn and everything. Everyone brings some form of crowd control for the Timbersaw. So yes, having an Omni Knight, in theory, this is where all that theory crafter comes into play, but it's not the easiest to execute. You know, your Omni Knight's not always going to be next to the Timbersaw. You need to make sure you have that great laning phase as well. And Omni Knight did all right, but Timbersaw actually was very underwhelming in the laning phase. And I think that's ultimately where things really went wrong here for Demon Slayers. As you see, Jakiro is going to get caught up too. Bane died completely on the opposite side of the map.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the thing with the ultimate thing with the Timbersaw pick too is it obviously forced them or put them in a spot to run a really kind of awkward laning style with the mid Omni Knight, little safe lane Timbersaw as well. They ran this tri-lane Ember Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's just something else that you always have to think about, no matter how strong a hero may seem. How is it going to affect that laning phase? Either way, the game goes on. Can he destroy the pace, or he's going to pick it up?
Yeah, he's swift.
Right, you're tempting fate here, buddy. He's going to Phoenix Grip. I guess they want this kill, but there's support nearby. And this is what I was talking about. Ember Spirit shows up. He actually is going to Remnant. He gets out of there. Good job with the Heavenly Grace. Bane going the other direction with a haste. Reality Rift out of range now. Chaos Bolt hits. And you see that crit right off the bat. Jeez.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
500 plus damage. Kunkka's almost got the Radiance finished.
Radiant's middle tower.
It's not the Radiance that we saw earlier of around 13 minutes or whatever that was from Sammy Boy. That was pretty absurd. But it is still a very, very efficient and very fast Radiance. Samael's almost got the Heart as well. He's already got the Reaver. Being going to be reacted on. And Here comes that silence again. Yeah, this Curse of Avernus is just doing work.
Is under attack.
What a bad end, by the way. A casual Hyperstone. You are saying I'm the carry now. Going back to his roots. He's thinking about building a Mjolnir this game. With that Curse of Avernus, that actually isn't a bad idea. The silence is really strong in this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, about Curse of Avernus being really strong.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Mark just dives into the base. You don't care.
Radiant structures are fortified.
The armor
Radiant's
of
middle
omniscience.
tower is under attack.
Assault, but that's the borrowed time. And now you're just dead. Stunned, silenced. Heavenly Grace keeping him alive for the time being. The ship comes out, though, and Timbersaw cannot chain away. He buys back. Costabile, though, he's dead. Timbersaw porting right into the ice path. With this buyback, though, it's likely to be a dieback now. Sleep saving him. Nope, that's a dieback. And this game's all but over. Yeah. Obviously, when that happens, at a time like this, don't really have much more of a chance now if you're Demon Slayers, unfortunately. Quincy Crew's starting to roll them over. 13,000 net worth lead and counting.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Healing shock.
And you look at him, he actually has the Radiance queued up, so I suppose that was the plan, the ultimate game plan there.
All wands will break.
I'm just going to buy back and hope that this isn't so, but bad news for Demon Slayers. It looks like it is to be so. Male with the full heart now. Bang coming out, but heart healing up. Meanwhile, Ember Spirit makes sure to run away. As he's not dealing much damage himself, of course. You look at that build. Triple kill for Samael. At this rate, he could just pick up the Rampage. They're stun in 2. Timbersaw dead again. Gets a stun off. Omni Knight. It's going to be a kill. Ultra kill. Give him the Rampage. He wants it. He wants it. He's going in.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Nah, not worth it.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Ember Spirit, don't do it. They call it GG. Okay, Quincy Crew victorious. They are the victors. They will now go 3-1-0 in the group stages, and that means we do have that tie for first place. So, where that leaves us, Quincy Crew and Fighting Papegas finish in first place in Group B. We're tied for first even, so that means, as we've talked about, it will come down to a coin flip to determine who actually is the first place seed. Let me just pull this up. There you go. As far as Demon Slayers is concerned, obviously this isn't up to date with that final match, but you get the point there. Demon Slayers will then finish 1-1-2, which will put them tied with Team Plus. And now that is significant because third and fourth, pretty big deal. Third place, you just go to the minor playoff qualifiers. Fourth place, you will actually play the other fourth place team, which looks like is Young Suck Gaming from Group A, to then determine if you go to the minor playoff qualifiers. So that's important. That one, not supposed to be a coin flip. That one should be a best of one that's played. Now, I'm being told we're still waiting to see if that's going to happen tonight, possibly tomorrow in a reschedule. Not 100% sure yet. So that's the information that I have for you. But there you go. As far as the coin flip is concerned, I don't know. I assume they're just going to do that off stream, obviously, whatever, and we'll find out tomorrow what the matchups look like. But Starting tomorrow, that's where we have the results coming in as far as who's actually qualifying for the major. Pretty big deal to say the least. That that $1 million prize pool, $100,000 prize pool. Pfft, that's chump change in the Dota 2 scene. Now it's going to be $1 million prize pool, of course, on the line. All those DPC points, and of course, as we've also talked about, 4 of the major teams this season are not playing in this first cycle. LGD from China, and then you have the European region, Team Secret, the ex-Liquid squad, as well as OG. Any of those 4 teams are playing in this tournament, so you have that many more points that you can make up as a result of them not participating, on top of more money to potentially make. It's a really big deal. It's a really big deal, to say the least, to qualify for the major. On the other side of Group A, you got Evil Geniuses and J-Storm. They're going in the 1 and 2 spots, and those will be the 4 teams that will qualify to play for the major representing NA. So 3 of those 4 teams, EG, J-Storm, Fighting Pepegas, and Quincy Crew, will move on to the major. The 4th team will then drop down to the minor playoffs, and they'll try to then qualify for the minor later on in the week. Hopefully by now the format makes sense to you. Again, it is a little more complex in our usual formats that we're dealing with, but that's thanks to them combining the tournaments all together as far as the qualifiers go. All right, so that's going to do it for now. I am going to keep the stream on because, again, I'm still waiting to figure out what the hell's happening. I don't know if I'm going to be casting it or not. We'll see. Point is, the group stages have finished. We might have some tiebreakers, and we'll go from there. So I suppose I'll update you either way if we are just going to be done or if I end up casting a tiebreaker match. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Really do appreciate it. I am going to be back for a couple of the playoff matches, both tomorrow as well as even on Wednesday. So I'm assigned to a couple there in the NA region. Looking forward to those best of threes. Again, big spots on the line for the major, so certainly some big matches. But that is going to do it for now. So thank you for tuning in. Again, I'm Breaky CPK. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, all over the place. I also do a podcast show now called The Wombo Combo. You can check it out. It's on iTunes and Spotify. We live record it actually on Monday or Tuesday. I co-host it with BSJ, the one, the only. And we have a lot of fun on it, talk about competitive Dota 2 stuff. So look forward to checking out that. But again, we are wrapping up for now. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you next time.